Here's the Im Corona Savinelli pipe lighter, long pipe lighter that I have for sale. I keep this lighter in this vinyl cover along with the service receipt that I got when I had the lighter serviced. Oh, I think late January. Kind of want to go over with you why, if you like Piezo pipe lighters, why you probably will not be able to find a better Piezo pipe lighter than this. You know, obviously there's other pipe lighters out there, and I'm not saying that they're not an excellent quality. I mean, Im Corona now has available for you pipe smokers, which I know you're fully aware of. They have the Old Boy and the Pipe Master. Well, I'm not going to count the Old Boy in this because it's a flint activated lighter. This is a Piezo lighter, okay? Alright, well, the reason I say, because I've taken apart a lot of lighters. I've taken apart Old Boys, I've taken apart Pipe Masters, and I've taken these apart and I've checked them out, okay? I just one of those guys got to see how something works. When I first got this, it was going to need some work that I couldn't do because I had a bad Piezo in there, okay? And when you get a bad Piezo, I mean, you got to send it in because only the Im Corona services centers are able to replace that Piezo. You just can't go out and buy that stuff. Anyway, I'm going to disassemble this lighter and just show you the internals of it, alright? First thing you got to do is take out this, take off this fill valve cap. You know, I'm thinking this is a sterling silver, or not sterling silver, but a silver plated lighter. It isn't marked silver plated, but it just, I'm just going to say it is, just for the fact in case somebody buys it thinking it's silver plated. But it sure seems to me, because when I got it, it had some tarnish on it, okay, and I polished it up. So anyway, usually it says silver plate under here, but this one doesn't, okay. Now what I'm doing here is I'm taking off this bottom screw. It's underneath the pipe tamper pick area there. Alright, I'm going to put that over here in this little tray I got next here just so I don't lose it. I'm going to take these off. There's a little latch in there you got to press back, which I did. You can probably see it in this hole here how that little latch come back. Now everything's going to slide right out here. Look at this. This is all tank area right here. And this tank holds 5.8 grams of butane. And that's twice as much as a smaller Savinelli pipe lighter, okay? Alright. What I want to talk about here is the construction of this. Why, in my opinion, this is probably some of the best pipe lighters as far as Piezo activated pipe lighter that you can get. These Piezos on this are of an excellent quality. You probably won't find a higher quality Piezo than that. Now, you know, some of the Piezos you can buy out there nowadays are rated for 20 and 30,000, you know, clicks, you know, but I'm sure that there's probably at least double or triple or quadruple that in these parts here, because I've read stories people having these lighters 30 and 40 years and they're still going. And this has got a brand new Piezo in it, okay? Another thing is too, let me take this cap off here. Actually just remove this. There we go. The only thing is going to be plastic on this, okay people, is going to be the hose, which is rubber, and this here is actually on top here, holds the Piezo wire, and it's actually a flame retardant, flame resistant compound of some sort. And this here, and the plastic inside this cap here, and all the O-rings, okay? Everything else is metal. The upper column, what I call this area right here, this upper column, soldered onto the base of the tank. Alright, this little activation bar right here for your butane. Okay, what's really kind of cool about that is how they even designed that, because right in the side, this little cap here, right here for a fact, are little roller ball bearings. They move. Okay, they're riveted in here on the side, but they move. Alright, I don't know if you can see that one. That one moved right there, but anyway, put this back. What that does is when them little roll, it's kind of neat, because watch here. You can see how them little ball bearings put inside here actually just roll right down this here valve activation lever here. This piezo wire never gets out of whack because it's inside this here mount, this here fire resistant housing that clicks right on the top of the inside, the top column, brass column as I call it. I don't know if you've ever seen the inside of the newest piezo pipe lighter that Im Corona sells, called the Pipe Master, but it's got a small little tank, about that size on up, and this upper column, the whole upper column, the face of it and everything, even where this goes in, the pipe valve itself goes in, is made out of plastic. Okay, so it's not going to have the durability as this older design. They don't make this no more, people, but there's still Im Corona service centers will still be able to fix this lighter. Okay, they have parts on hand. Matter of fact, if you purchase this lighter here, you won't even have to have it serviced for, I don't know. I mean, it could be 2, 3, it could be a couple decades or more. It all depends what kind of butane you put in this tank. Alright, now, usually when I got this thing stored today, and I use this premium Calibri butane right here when I fill it up. Usually, sometimes it won't fire on the first hit, but it'll fire every time after that. And sometimes I think that's just because it's been sitting a while. There must be some air in the hose or whatnot. But if you just slowly press it down on the first click and get gas in that hose, then it will ignite every time. I could stand here right now and I can click this. I can click this 200 or 300 times, and I can guarantee you it's going to fire every time. Okay. Now, like I said, this is a quality lighter. You just don't get, in my opinion, a better piezo lighter than this right here. Okay, excellent design. I mean, it's just as good as it gets. All right, and what I like about it too is that it still has a pipe tamper, but this has got one with a pick, and you could take it out separately and keep it in your other hands. You're lighting your pipe, and you light it and light your bowl and put your lighter down. Then you can kind of use this, pick around in there, and tamp your tobacco down. So and it's actually kept in here, as you can see. It goes in the bottom here, and this here spring is what keeps tension on it. And that's a quality spring here too. It ain't something that's gonna break or get out of whack like those systems they're using in the new Pipe Masters and the old boys. So anyway, 5.8 grams, 5.8 grams of butane. Push that in there, people. That's one thing you got to watch out for right there. Put that in. Make sure that goes in correctly. Okay, that's in there. Just click that little locking lever back. Put the screw back in there. I don't recommend you taking these apart either unless you know what you're doing. I mean, you can take it apart and look at it, but be careful. What I'm thinking, don't even mess with it if you don't have to. I just took it apart here just to show you, because I've had several of these apart over the years, But, I work on lighters, and I like to check out a quality lighter when I get one. But this one here just works freaking great. Got the original invoice right there. Here's a copy of it that shows, I marked out my name obviously, but here's a copy that shows the date right up here, 1/23/20, and long Savinelli pipe lighter, minor scratches, repair valve system and piezo ignition. Okay, total service with shipping was just a little under $76 on this lighter. So this is, I tell you what, if you're spending a couple $100 on an old boy, if you like flint lighters, that's cool. But if you want a piezo lighter, this is going to by far outlast your Pipe Master. I mean, the design on it's just solid. This lighter weighs 175 grams. I think the last time I put an old boy, well, I had a golden Pipe Master I just sold on eBay, and a guy, and I weighed 52 grams, okay? So you're talking a lighter here that probably holds over twice, 2.5 times the butane, and almost 3 times, 2.5, 3 times more butane, and it's about 3 times heavier. But this is a quality lighter. Like I said, this case on this is a quality case. I'm not sure if it's silver plated or not, but it seems like this here thumb switch is to me, and it got a little bit of tarnish there on top. So anyway, got a new valve system in it, new piezo, ready to go. People go out there and spend, I would never spend $100 and some on a Pipe Master. I mean, that's just me. I think the cheapest one you can get is that added black one for probably right around $100. But knowing what I know, I would take one of these over those any day. Am I saying that just because I got this for sale? No, I'm saying that because I've had these things apart, and I know how they're built, and you just seen how they're built. I got some pictures of some Pipe Masters I've had apart, and I'm not saying that they're not a quality lighter, but they're not the quality of this lighter here, and that's probably why Im Corona doesn't make them no more. A lot more involved, a lot more expense. Nowadays how companies are trying to compete with each other, because there's a lot more demand, because you got multiple manufacturers out there nowadays. You got Chinese manufacturers, bringing in lighters. A lot of people don't know the difference between quality of a Chinese, a Japanese, or, like a Dunhill or something like that. But this is a quality pipe lighter. And if you want one that's going to last you multiple bowls and lighting, this thing will last a long time. Just like I said, just a little under 6 grams of lighter fluid, or butane in this, 5.8 to be exact. So that's a lot. And this thing will just keep on working and working for you. What I do recommend, if you really want that thing to, like I said, sometimes it'll miss on that first click if you leave it stored, for a little while, but it'll light every time after that. But I found out that if I use that Zycar HP butane, high performance butane, that this will even light on the first time. Okay, there is a difference in butane, people. So just don't use no garbage on it. If you do, chances it just won't go. Spend the extra money on butane, some quality butane. I picked up this can here, I think, for $6. This is good. You know, and the reason I always use this here is because it's got the plastic top here. The ones out there's got the metal. You know, it seems like you spend more time spitting butane outside of your valve trying to get it filled, and you know, with the plastic, it just seals better on your valve down here. But if you want to try that high performance butane by Zycar, tell you what, before you empty the lighter of the old butane you got, set your flame height to a certain height, okay? Don't touch it. Empty the lighter, put the Zycar butane in there, and see what you notice in the difference of your flame height. I'm going to tell you what, right now, you're going to notice that the flame height on it's going to be a lot longer, okay? I don't know what it is, but I did lighter test after lighter test with it, and it's just high performance. But anyway, if you're looking for, I know a lot of people don't want to shuck out the money I'm going to ask for this, but you know what? If you really want a quality lighter, it's going to look good sitting on your desk, on your table, next to your pipes. This is what you want.